Hello. Hello, friends and family out there and community. I want to say welcome very much to coming into Jay's What's Up Community Facebook page. I'm very excited about today. So I just want to talk a little bit here because it's really about communities and it's really about neighborhoods. And I think we would all agree that we feel that our neighborhoods are quite important to us. I would say yes, they are. And there are those in the community that like to bring neighbors together. Okay, and how that is done can be numerous ways, right? And so in today's interview, I actually have the publisher, this is very cool, of Neighbours of, okay, and there's 3 different ones. I live in the exhibition area, so Neighbours of Exhibition Park, okay, and so Leah is, as I mentioned, the publisher, which is also a subdivision of Best Version Media. My apologies. Media. Okay, and so really, Leah has a passion in terms of bringing interviews in and getting people to know one another and just seeing what's out there. So, and I know she likes print, right? Because we were chatting about that before, right? I love print. I like to touchy-feely print, but print is not dead. Just so you know. Okay, so welcome very much, Leah.
Thank you.
Okay, for coming in today for this interview. For those who don't know me, my name is Jay Graham, and my business is H2O Works Canada, where client care is water therapy or rehabilitation in a pool setting. You can certainly go to my Facebook page, H2O Works Canada. This particular Facebook page, which is Jay's What's Up, is a community Facebook page that I created. And really what I wanted to do was to help other people, really influence them in terms of their brand, their reach by networking, right? And just getting out into community to say what's out there. I don't think we do enough collaboration, so hashtag collaboration is cool, okay? So again, thank you so much, Leah.
Thank
for
you
being in here today. If you're out there listening, you know what? Can you show Leah some love, okay? Please press the heart button and say hi, right? That's always a good thing to do. But I'd love to introduce you to everybody out there. First and foremost, she's an alumni of Guelph. Yay, I'm an alumni of Guelph. I probably am graduated a little older, than her. Anyway, but you graduated with a BCom, which is excellent, and then you also had a degree or a diploma from Humber College, right? I believe in arts and marketing. Is that correct?
Arts administration.
Arts administration, yep. Fantastic. And you have an established career in the media world, which is very cool. So you have been with the Kitchener Symphony, right? You're with the Guelph Arts community or culture.
Guelph Arts Council.
Thank you very much, right? And also too, you're with Fairview, correct?
Fairview Park Mall in Kitchener, yes.
Okay. And all under the marketing component of things, which is fantastic. She's part of Gwyn, and I'm part of Gwyn, which is nice, Guelph Women in Networking, okay, just so you know, okay? And you also have a Facebook page called Have You Met Leah?
Yes.
Excellent. So thank you again. So before we get started, or as we are starting now, can you tell everybody more about yourself? Because you have an established career in this area. So what really drew you into the writing and marketing field?
So into marketing, so making me go further back than you think.
I don't know.
So I've always kind of a history and love and drama, dance, those types of pieces in my hobby life. But then in kind of my academic career was always directed towards business, that type of world. So I'm the daughter of 2 high school educators, both retired principals now, and a series of people in my family, entrepreneurs and business owners, and so always kind of had that love of business. So when I was going into kind of my academic field and thinking, well, what should I do? And I'm not sure what I want to do, and was driven towards the business side of education. And marketing just seemed like the most creative piece of that. So that's how I ended up in that. Nice. Through my career at school, then you kind of meet people along the way, find out, what's out there, what's available, and started my career in arts administration. So really taking that love of theater and doing the business side of it. So through that, kind of went from not-for-profit arts to corporate retail, and that kind of happened again through a series of networking, relationship building, just people I kind of met along the way, opportunities that I was given, and then the way that I ended up in the publications is when I was the marketing manager at Fairview Park Mall in Kitchener. part of Cadillac Fairview. They also own Toronto Eaton Centre, Sherway Gardens, some larger places.
A little bigger place.
A little bigger,
okay.
yeah.
Very cool.
But the shopping centre was sponsoring one of these neighborhood publications, which is how I got to know about it. And just really kind of, again, my love of relationship building, bringing communities together, having conversations, just kind of spread into the opportunity of this entrepreneurial opportunity I had. So
That's amazing.
I ended up in that way. So I have had the privilege of kind of staying in marketing communications in all kind of different span of it, but really it's all about building relationships, networking, connecting people to each other, kind of having conversations and seeing where it goes.
Sounds like we kind of have something in common. I don't know. I like
familiar.
connecting. She likes connecting. I think that's pretty cool. So we're pretty fortunate, actually, right? Because these come out monthly.
They do.
Yes, and it's not just in the exhibition park. You also have the Hanlon Creek.
Yes.
And Clare and Gordon.
Clare and Gordon, correct.
Excellent. Is there anybody else, or are you just working on those areas?
Currently, we have those three. We are looking to expand into a couple other neighborhoods. So St. George's Park, the East End, the West End, the North End. So part of the way we expand is obviously me getting out there and kind of spreading the word. But we are also looking for other people who just really want to bring these to their community and want to kind of jump into the entrepreneurial opportunity and be a part of our team.
Excellent. Yeah. So you're the publisher, correct, of this. And I'm just going to pull the magazine out just so you can see this, right? So right here you can see Leah, right? She's a publisher. And then next is Heather, did you say?
Yes.
Right? And Heather helps out with in terms of...
So Heather's our content coordinator. So my role as publisher is really to chat with businesses, get the sponsorship dollars around. Our publications are completely sponsored by the businesses inside of them. Excellent. So I don't put out any dollars each month. It's all engaged by the community. So Heather's role is really to write the family story. On the front cover, we feature a family. She gets to meet them, tell their story each month. Yeah. And she also helps me with some of the other content inside, gathering stories from the businesses and from the neighbors.
Excellent. And then we have Erica. What does she do?
Oh, Erin.
Erin, my apologies.
Erin. So Erin's our photographer. So same idea with the collaboration that Erin's role is to do the family photo shoot and bring those photos into the magazine each month.
Okay, excellent. So I just want to take a really quick step back. So Best Version Media, you just briefly said, very large.
Yes.
Okay, they started in the States, right? They're very large, and they're all across Canada?
Yes. So Best Version Media was actually founded in 2007. So the founders of the organization had this idea. How are we going to bring neighborhoods together? How are we going to support small businesses? How are they all going to come together? And they actually took a couple years to really incubate their idea instead of just throwing it together. So there's a lot of backing behind what we're doing. And then when they officially launched the business and opened the opportunity, in about 2011, our distributions just skyrocketed. So our publications here in Guelph are part of a network of almost 1,000 neighborhoods in North America. And in Canada, our home office in Canada is in Peterborough, of all places. But we're in every Canadian province. Magazines are launching every month. It's like 1 in 4 Canadians reads one of our magazines. People see them on coffee tables all over the place. So it's kind of the best of both worlds that our publications here in Guelph, they're so hyper local, but we do have the backing of a larger organization that has done a lot of research and kind of testing and trialing behind what we're doing, as opposed to just kind of throwing something into the neighborhoods.
What a great concept. It really is. I like that when they can do that with the community. So what do people expect when they're going to go through this? Obviously there's community based, we just talked about that, but anything else, like, yes, I mean, you have advertisements, things like that support it, but what else can they find? Yeah,
so the content of the publication, so the family stories obviously that's the lead story. The main driver behind this is to meet your neighbors. Who's living in the neighborhood, how they're involved in the community, how they got to Guelph, why they left Guelph, why they're staying. The second content is from our businesses. So the businesses that contribute have opportunity to share their knowledge and information and kind of, build themselves as that trusted source for the services that they offer. So they're not just putting a phone number in the neighborhood and hoping someone sees it. So they have content to offer that they want to share. And then thirdly, we get content from the neighborhood. So that's where you see the calendar of events, of things that are happening. You can basically go out, meet your neighbors, see what's happening there. We have, if in the neighborhoods, we have poets, we have authors, we have teenagers that are doing book reviews, we have people that are traveling, that are sharing their travel photos and their travel journals with us. So the content behind it is really about getting to know your community, about sharing stories about why you love the neighborhood as much as your neighbors do.
Excellent.
So,
I like that. And I also noticed too that you have a section for young people, and I'll just say here, right, so it's free. So if you're listening for, you know what I mean, young people, you have an opportunity where you can actually say, you know, your skill sets, what you're looking for, and, you know, move forward from there. And I think that's quite a gift in terms of, you know, having them come in and do that.
Yes.
Which is excellent.
Yeah, so in the idea behind it, so neighborhood classifieds and youth classifieds. So our neighborhood classifieds are, obviously we have Kijiji, we have all the trade pages, all of those pieces that are happening. But this gives you the ability to, you know, kind of walk down the street and meet your neighbor. People are trading tires and coffee tables, and in some cases even willing to kind of pay a little more because they know it's a trusted source. And then the youth classified, so teenage babysitters in the area, kids that'll walk your dog, shovel your driveway.
Yes.
So people that are either really trying to start a business or fund a business through their schooling, it gives them that opportunity again to have that trusted source, all parental approved, of course. Yes. And instead of posting those pieces in a digital space where they might be a little further away, it's really talks to the connectivity of the neighborhood that we're working with, that you're really just, you can see the faces of the people that you're working with.
And I really like the concept, and we're going to, I'd love you to talk more about it, the digital space.
Yes.
And then, you know, hands-on what's going on.
Yes.
So can you tell me more in terms of why this print and maybe why this might work more so, or just as well as, say, a digital space?
I think it works differently. So the content that we have in our publications here, so the Neighbours of Exhibition Park, for example, which is profiling, it's delivered to 2,500 households, so a very close-knit area. But our content is exclusive to that neighborhood, so we don't have it online. We don't have it kind of shared beyond the space in the mailboxes here.
Okay.
The reason behind that is that it still works. We work like social media, but not in the digital space. So our publications have been known as like the Facebook of print media.
That's cool.
Because our social circle is the neighborhood, like parents at the school, sidelines of soccer games, dinner clubs, someone comes over, sees it on the coffee table. So, so basically the social network being, you know, people talking about the common things. So social media in the digital space absolutely has its place. It's you know, made us more largely connected, worldly connected. But these publications are really bringing that whole mentality of connectivity back to the social space of walking down your driveway and going to the grocery store and seeing those places. So they as far as a, you know, connectivity point of view, but even from a marketing point of view, they both have their purpose, and they both work. But it just depends, if you want to connect to one of these neighborhoods, either as a resident or as a business, there's really no better way to do it by literally sitting on their coffee tables and sitting, you know, in their kitchens.
People
kind of thing.
love relationships. I really truly believe they love to sit down and they love to talk and they like to know. And if I'm going to school or my kids when they went to school, I want to know who's beside me, who's in my classroom, how can I meet up with so and so? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's excellent. So, and I like the concept as being a micro niche.
Yes.
Like it's a niche, which is really important when you're looking at an avatar or, you know, an area that you want to focus in on.
Exactly.
Right? Oh, that's fantastic. So, as we said, businesses then or paid advertising, things of that nature, cool. And so I'm going to come back in a second too, but tell me a little more too in terms of have you met Leah? The Facebook page.
Oh, the Facebook page. So the Facebook page, so because our publications do not have an online component, there are some publications across North America that have chosen to set up more of a space that way. What I really love about what I do with the publications is just connecting people. I mean, every day I meet with businesses, I meet with families, we talk about this opportunity. If the opportunity is for them and they want to be a part of it, that's amazing. Let's start a partnership, let's get on board. But if not, then those businesses just kind of become part of my Rolodex of people that a couple months from now when I hear someone talking about needing a roofer, hey, I know somebody.
I know somebody. That's great.
Yeah, so the Have You Met
Networking.
Leah, exactly. So the Have You Met Leah space is really just kind of a platform for my business and my business persona to live. Now, granted, it's connected to my personal persona, and they're not very different at all.
Right.
I'm not hiding anything. It's all connected. But really, that's where that space kind of came from, was this idea of having a space for my business to live. So it does have an online presence, but you won't find any of the content really of what we're doing. Those are exclusive to the neighborhood. So, so anyone who's looking to connect with me or to connect with the magazines or ask questions, that's kind of a space where they're able to find me personally, as opposed to Best Version Media as a whole, which is the kind of more national general information.
Figurehead. Okay, that's interesting. So you had mentioned too, you were looking at expanding, which brings up the other one, out into the east side, right? So if somebody's interested, and you also mentioned opportunity, so I think that it sounds to me twofold. Okay, just saying, I put 2 layers there. So one could be they're interested in having their information in there.
Yes.
So what's the process? You touched on, do they contact you through the process? Have You Met Leah? Is that how they connect you to say, I have a story here?
Yeah, that's the easiest way, because the easiest way is just to connect with me through Have You Met Leah. Let me know what neighborhood you live in. Just kind of send me a private message, and I can connect you with the right channels to get your information into our pages. The second part is, if you are in a neighborhood that does not have a publication yet, or you've kind of heard about it or heard about those pieces, I'm basically looking to replicate myself.
Absolutely.
So the way that we're building our team is, people don't work for me. They come on board and work with me in Guelph.
They're independent,
have their own opportunity with Best Version Media. We can, if anyone's interested, we can always chat about, happy to connect again, sit with coffee, sit and connect, learn about your story, tell you what that's all about. But we're definitely looking three more people to kind of complete the team in Guelph. Would really help us kind of deploy all the neighborhoods that we're looking to work with. Kind of keep the team at a level that we can all work togetger. So it's not like we're not hiring everybody. We're looking for 3 very specific people. So, but the easiest way to connect through all of that is Best Version Media as a whole obviously has information out on the internet, out on the web. You can look them up as a whole. But if you're looking to connect in Guelph specifically, you can connect with me through Have You Met Leah, and I can put you in the right direction.
That's fantastic. And we were chatting earlier, and I really think too it's important for anybody, but even young people too, right? Because you have free space in here. But my daughter, for example, she's going out back to Halifax to school, and she loves writing. Right? And so what a great, again, opportunity, just thinking outside the box a touch, right? If she can do something very similar to this out there, why not, right? And if you're an independent contractor, there's a ton of bonuses. I can imagine just in terms of business write-offs, etc. I won't get into, because that could be another long period of time.
The world of entrepreneurship.
Yes, okay. We could do, I can swear to goodness, probably a half an hour just on that alone, on the benefits of that. So,
well, the one of the things I love about Best Version Media is, I always say, it's my business, but not my company.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm very entrepreneurial, day to day, get to talk to the businesses, have my own schedule, but it's very much a work hard, play hard opportunity.
Yes.
So, but then I have this larger organization that helps support me, daily conference calls, connections all across Canada. I'm definitely staying with that opportunity that at any time I can, call someone in BC, call someone in the East Coast, and we're all connected together. So
that's exciting. That's very exciting. And that's, I think, a really key, important component moving forward for anybody. So I'm just thinking, especially if you look at the economics. Again, totally different.
Yeah.
Move forward. I could squirrel so fast. Can you see? Anyway.
Part 2 coming soon.
So that's fantastic. So we've talked about the process. We've talked about, what people need to do. I love this. I think everybody we should support, because again, you know what I mean? If you have your own business, right, you get a beautiful showcase in terms of, how people see. You've already talked about the marketing. Is there anything else you'd like to add in terms of anything. This is great. Anything. Try not to squirrel too much
Talk
like
about
me. Squirrels. We don't want to do too many squirrels.
Really, just, I mean, in respect to our publications, I do have a few other colleagues of mine that are out calling around the city. If you do happen to hear from one of us or hear from me, please just welcome the opportunity to have a conversation, because we really are very much just showing the opportunity of what we're doing with the neighborhood. So if it's for you, great. Let's start a partnership. Let's get a neighborhood going. But if it's not, then hey, at least you know a little bit more about what's happening in the city, and something fairly new to Guelph, and something that's just only growing. We're not going away. So.
Well, it sounds like it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So folks, please again comment, share, tag somebody, anything of that nature, because again, collaboration is cool, right? We want to get people out. Somebody might be very interested in something like this, because you just never know. You just never know, which I think is interesting. I'm going to post all the information, so don't worry in case we were talking too fast. You know what? How to meet it, the Facebook pages, all that sort of thing. So that too will be posted as well. So thank you so much. Okay. Yes. Again, hashtag, right? Collaboration is cool. Hashtag neighborhoods up. Hashtag Leah Kathryn. That's where you can also find her. And hashtag have you met Leah? Right?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much, folks. You have a fantastic day, and we look forward to catching up again. Take care. Cheers.